Hafa everybody, I'm Jason Salas, and thank you for streaming us on YouTube or Facebook or watching us on KUAM TV. We are talking about the Guam Micronesia Island Fair to kick off this episode of our very wonderful show, and I have three friends join me on the KUAM couch talking about this wonderful event, what it means for our island community, and how you can help celebrate Pacific Island culture. We have, of course, Pilar Liguana from GVB.
Hafa day.
Very good to see you again.
It's great to be here.
You are the hardest working woman on Guam, I must say.
No, not at all.
And most humble.
I just try to work.
Oh, there you go. Well, very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And of course, Mario Borja, the expert on the time-honored tradition of the Sacman. So your expertise and your insight are greatly appreciated.
Well, a student perhaps, but Hafa day from the Sacman crew.
Okay, well, you can be a student and a teacher. You can pass along the information. And of course, also from GVB, the man whose the cost of his shoes are probably equal to one of my car payments, Josh.
Oh my gosh. No, actually, these were on sale.
Oh, very nice. Well, you have expensive shoes. I have a modest car.
Yeah, these are pretty modest, but they look expensive.
Well, someone who equally cares about perpetuating our culture through tourism and everything.
Absolutely.
So it's very nice to have the three of you here because Guam Micronesian Island Fair is coming up. It's an annual tradition. It is outstanding.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Pilar, we'll give you the honor of opening the floor and telling us what it's all about.
Well, this is an exciting time. We always look forward to this part of the calendar year because of Guam Micronesian Island Fair. It's going to be our 31st celebration, and we're celebrating peace and friendship in the Pacific, and it is the kickoff, actually, to our 75th Guam Liberation festivities. Mm-hmm. So this is the first event that we're going to have, and we are excited that we have extended the program this year. A lot of our visitors and our local residents want more of Guam Micronesian Island Fair. And so we are going to have the open ceremonies on May 29th, and the fair will last till June 2nd. Time of the fair will be 10 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. Again, our residents want more of the fair, so we'll have it a little longer, with the exception of the last day on Sunday. It'll end at 6 p.m. And we are so excited because we'll have all our brothers and sisters from our Micronesia region together. And the whole idea of Guam and the Micronesian Island Fair is to share and teach and just enjoy each other's culture. Mm-hmm. We will have different artists from throughout the region. We will have arts and craft that can be seen and very clearly help us understand the cultural diversity of Micronesia, from the Federated States of Micronesia, from the Republic of Palau, from the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas, and the Republic of the Marshall Islands. So, and every year we get to make more friends, and so it's like a reunion of ambassadors for Micronesia. And many people don't realize you take the southernmost part of Micronesia to the western to the most eastern, and that whole area takes about the whole size of the continent of the United States. That's how massive our region is.
I didn't realize it was that big.
Yes.
I knew it's a big chunk of the ocean. I didn't realize it was that big.
And
Interesting.
what's so fascinating and really a testament to our people in Micronesia is how close we are, mm-hmm. and how we have a lot of commonalities, and yet we have our unique cultural differences in terms of our cultural values. And the fascinating thing is we get to learn about that at a lot closer environment because we have a large Micronesian community here on Guam, and we have a large community of Guam and the rest of Micronesia community in the mainland and elsewhere in the world. So this is a real good time to share and celebrate each other through friendship.
I like that word. That's a key word, friendship. And an interesting dichotomy because we're spread apart by so much geography and yet we're bound by so much culture. So I wanted to ask one such artisan and one such craftsman. So Mario, of course, the Guam Micronesia Island Fair is not a competition. It's not like, oh, we can do this better than you, or we're so much more advanced, or our techniques are more refined or anything. It truly is, this is what we do and this is how we do it. We would like to share our traditions and our practices with you and possibly learn from you. So what have you found about, the way that you and your colleagues construct the Sacman, and what do you plan to pass on to our brothers and sisters throughout Micronesia?
Well, we are very blessed that the British provided us with some documentation on how our ancestors built canoes 300 years ago. And from those documentation, we're able to tease out the many key data.
Gotta love the Brits.
Yes.
God save the Queen.
We were able to extract data, critical data on the dimension of the canoe, the size of, and the sail so that we could build it again almost 300 years later. So we're working with our fellow seafarers here to show how things are done back then, how we continue to do things. We're also telling that story of how we discovered the documents from the British archives and how it continues to provide the passion within our hearts to pursue and learn more about sailing.
And will you be taking an existing project that's been ongoing, or will you be taking like raw materials and from scratch be actually constructing an entire segment?
There's an ongoing project that the other seafarers will be bringing, and they'll be showing the people how they use the tools of old. They're still using the tools of old to build these canoes, but the spirits are.
This is pre-Black
new.
and Decker days, right?
Pardon?
This is pre-Black and Decker days. You don't need batteries to run this.
Well, you don't mention Black and Decker anymore.
Exactly.
Or now DeWalt, but
There you go.
the tools of old continue to help the artisans here produce what our ancestors produced. But you're using newer technology, especially in the sealants and the glues that we have available today.
Ah, okay. So combining some of the old tradition with some of the new school.
Right. Our
Excellent.
ancestors would be very upset if we're not using newer products because they had to take sap from the trees and mix them up with other stuff just to make glue.
Well, our Chamorro ancestors, we were bound to learning from our forefathers and from your uncles and your grandpas and everything like that. But at the same time, they were not afraid of progress.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you know what? In our storytelling of the canoe project, we're going to be telling about a discovery that we just stumbled upon when we were out sailing the canoe. Now, building a canoe does not make you a sailor, Jason, right? You agree
Absolutely.
with that? But it helps. And in the process of building the canoe, you discover a lot of embedded secrets, so to speak, that our ancestors built into the design of the canoe. But yet there are more secrets that you discover when you are out in the water sailing the canoe. And that's what we want to share with the people
Interesting.
of
So you're
Guam.
building in some Easter eggs into the little project and everything. Very, very cool. Okay.
Yes.
So Josh, we always come to you because you are the man when it comes to like the logistics,
Oh man.
the parking, the times, and Pilar kind of covered on what the
Yeah,
dates are and everything like that.
definitely
But what should people know about what they can experience? What time they should show up, and because a lot of people think, oh, that's a great way to burn 35 minutes on the weekend. But this truly can be an all-day affair.
Absolutely. As Pilar was saying, we start at 10 a.m. on Wednesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Opening ceremonies at 6 p.m. We have Shannon McManus and Anania Nauta that will be hosting. And so we're really excited about that. So we want to invite everyone to come down for opening ceremony because that's the best way to see all the different delegations and welcome everybody and kick things off on a grand scale.
Shannon is great, too.
Yes, Shannon is
Very, very
great.
proud Guamanian and half Palauan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we in addition to all of that, we have cultural entertainment. We have food trucks that we're going to be that'll be there. So make sure you bring some cash. If you don't bring some cash, that's okay. We have an ATM from thanks to Bank of Guam, so you can pull some money out.
Speaking
from that.
of new technology, progressive.
Progressive, yes. And then there's just all throughout the entire time from Wednesday all the way through Sunday, you can come and get some cash to go. And we have 19 Kaha artists that will be featured. So you can shop. This is a great time for Christmas shopping and get some unique merchandise that are locally made here. And then visit our delegations. I think Palau's going to bring some storyboards with them too.
Oh, that's
so,
wonderful. No,
yeah.
Palauan artistry is amazing.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay.
And then in addition to that, parking, you mentioned parking. You can park pretty much anywhere in Hagatna. In the past, when Guam Micronesia Island Fair was at Paseo, you could park anywhere around that area. So we're just kind of down the street. So yeah, there's parking everywhere. Guam Museum's right next door. The Guam letters, you can take pictures with that. And there's just so much to do, and I must make it clear that this year's event is at Plaza de España. So,
Okay, important
yeah.
distinction to be made.
Yes.
Okay, well, we got to go, but is there a website or a Facebook page where people can follow?
Absolutely. You can go to visitguam.com, check us out on social media. You can call Pilar at 646-5278.
She may not answer on the first ring because, like I said, she's got a few things going on.
No, but our team will be happy
Yes.
to assist. Linda and Garrett will be answering
Okay.
the phones, and then you can talk to Pilar or me or
All right.
And I just would like to do a big shout out to our sponsors who's making this possible.
Okay, real quick because we got to go.
Yes, just we have a whole list of sponsors, but just thank you, Sejus Masi, for everyone who has supported this cause. It's a great cause for the region of Micronesia and all the people of our area.
Okay, well, thank you all. We will